All right, and welcome to our first episode of Everything Smith Mountain Lake. I'm Bob.
I'm Kyla.
And our first disclosure is that we are not paid actors. We're actually realtors here at Smith Mountain Lake with Keller Williams.
We sell real estate all around Smith Mountain Lake and surrounding areas, assisting buyers and sellers with all things throughout the home buying process.
Yep. So we created this channel because we have a lot of clients that sometimes when we come down once for a weekend to visit, some of them see it online, and they experience just a little bit of part of the lake, but don't venture out and realize all the things the lake has to offer. Thank you.
We'll be showing everything from where to eat, festivals happening around the lake, and all things pertaining to fun activities and real estate around Smith Mountain Lake.
Oh, and shopping, of course, and where to go with your grandchildren and your children. And we'll even have some segments on your animals, where to take them dog walking. Today we're going to do a basic history of the lake and the dam. And then we'll also go into our next episode will be on navigating the lake and boater safety.
So where are we, Bob?
Well, obviously we're at Smith Mountain Dam. And as you've seen in the previous video, we're at the location of where we're sitting here at the visitor center, which actually was the cement batch plant where they made all of the cement to make the dam. All right, a minute ago we were filming on at the dam on land. So now we're going to take a look at it from the other side by water. So today I am joined by a good friend of mine.
I'm Dave, Captain Dave, and this is my first mate, Cerberus.
Okay. Well, as you can see, one of the fashion statements on the lake accessory that most women need today are
Lake Hair, Don't Care hat. We got this one from Mama Ann's gift shop.
off Scruggs Road. Yep.
Bob, where'd you get your hat?
Well, it's kind of a long story. It's interesting at least. It's still winter time here, so they really don't have the summer products. And I knew Dave was going to have a captain's hat, and I actually wanted one of those Gilligan's Island sailor hats. But the two young ladies I asked at first didn't know what Gilligan's Island was. And so I was down at Bridgewater, and I said, I'll just hang out here. Maybe somebody will come by. You know, good opportunity for a snatch and grab. It was about 20 minutes I sat there, and there came my opportunity, so I jumped on it. You know, ran up there and snatched it right off his head. You know, I was amazed at how fast that 5-year-old could run. All right, just kidding. I got this at Sportsman Apparel at Bridgewater, $9.99. It does come in adult size also. But, all right, let's get started. Get this boat on the water.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
All right, well, we finally made it back over to the dam, so we're on the other side. One thing I'd point out that the rail system, or the anchor that you see here, was to move along this cliff to your edge, and it was anchored over on the other side. It was approximately 1,500 feet long and 325 feet above ground level. And they utilize that and maneuver and be able to work on different parts of the dam. Looks like you're generating some more water over there now. So 6 years prior to the construction of the dam, they had approximately 200 workers that clear cut a majority of this lake, and they used the timber from that to build the dam. They also moved approximately or relocated 1,354 graves before they flooded the lake to an off-site area that has, I forget how many acres that ADP donated to have relocated. Again, the deepest part of the lake is 250 feet. Average channels are about 100 foot or deeper, and on an average, the lake is 55 foot deep. There's a legend of the sunken city, and supposedly that's right out here in front of us by these islands. But the water, of course, is too deep for recreational divers to go down and check it out. Now, anybody that lives near a lake that has a dam, we all have the urban legend. Have you heard it, Dave?
I have not.
About that the divers are afraid to go down and inspect the dam because there's catfish down there, 6 or 7 foot long. So do you by any chance know what the largest catfish recorded on Smith Mountain Lake is?
I do not.
It's a flathead cat, and it's actually only 29 pounds. There has been a 50 plus flathead catfish caught here, but it wasn't checked and recorded. They caught it and released it. So the odds of a 6 foot tall catfish are 6 foot long. Catfish being at the base of the dam, it is almost near impossible. So some of the fishermen, when they come over here, they go up next to these buoys, and they'll either use a remote control boat, or some of them these days will use a drone to take their line over closer to the dam wall. But at 200 feet, you got to have a lot of line on your spool, and it doesn't produce that much more fish. There's a lot down there, but again, it's most active when they're generating water, either back pumping or going forward, and it activates fish. And you can see all these seagulls sitting on these buoys, waiting for the bait fish to come through, and they're going to swoop down and get them. So enough about the lake. Go ahead. You have a question?
So I do,
don't wanna cut you
Bob.
off.
So over
Only
there,
only the host is allowed to ask questions. Go. Just kidding.
so over there by the dam right now, we see the water moving, and that water's coming this way. Is that what you mean when you say
Back
back
pumping.
pumping?
So Leesville Lake, or Smith Mountain Lake, is basically 3 times larger than Leesville Lake. So basically, for every foot of water we pump off of Smith Mountain Lake, it increases the water level threefold, 3 foot on Leesville. And then so the water will pump both ways. So we can pump it out, generate power, charge the batteries, or we can pump it back into it. And that's what we call, there's a film called The Roanoke River Runs Uphill. That means they're basically back pumping water out of the lower section of Roanoke River back up into Smith Mountain Lake.
So when they are back pumping, are they also generating electricity
Yes,
at the same
absolutely,
time?
both ways.
Okay.
And they're storing the battery. The power from that goes onto the grid up in Ohio, and then it covers from Michigan all the way down to Georgia when it gets put on the grid.
There's something like 14 states or something.
You spent more time at the visitor center than you have. So Dave,
I love the visitor center. It's interesting.
yeah. So what made you decide to move to Smith Mountain Lake, and how long you been here?
So I've been on Smith Mountain Lake approximately 5 years. I've been full-time about 6 months only. But the reason I located down here and bought a place was just the amount of options you have to do on the lake, the amenities that they have, between the restaurants and the pubs, and they're so dog friendly around the lake. And as you can see, I got my first mate. He's a real killer. I mean, you can go boating, you can go skiing, you can go jet skiing, you can rent a houseboat with your family for the weekend. You can beach your boat, and there's just so much to do here at Smith Mountain Lake. And then you have things like this, the history part of it, that's very interesting.
And so Dave and I are, and Kyle are minorities. There's only a 30% full-year residency here on the lake. And so our peak seasons are between Memorial Day and Labor Day. And then if it's warmer, it'll extend out sometimes up until the 1st of October if it's warm enough. But yeah, only 30% people live here year round. And with that small of a community, we're very close knit. You get to know each other, and you become friends because we all hang out at the same places. We all do the same things, and even we have a group of us, about 25. We go on a cruise together every year, just to get off the lake. And it's always during the winter time because that's when everything's shut down. Yeah, so it's great to live in a community with shared values. Nobody is here to get angry. There's no Karens living next door.
It's interesting that you say that, because in the short time that I've been here full time, I've patronized some of the restaurants around, and it's funny because I see the same people in there. I see the bartender from Portside in Alessandros. I see the bartender from Bruno's in Portside, and everybody just patronizes everybody else.
And we all have the restaurant schedule down. We know where the prime rib is on Monday night, where the happy hour is on Tuesday, Thursdays, Fridays at Bernard's Landing. So we all go amongst around the lake, and you're going to bump into a lot of people and have a great time.
Yeah, it really is a wonderful place.
So
It's a gem.
I'd like to point out that your dog is wearing a flotation device, which is mandatory. Okay, it has to be on them. They changed this about maybe 5 years ago. You used to have it in the boat. Now you have to have it on your dog, or last year was $85 ticket. So for some reason they think maybe a dog can't swim as well as a kid, but the dog has to have it on, and it has to have these lift straps on them. So that's how you can tell it's a good flotation device dog. It has to fit them, and it has to be able to lift them out of the water. but this one, your puppy, is probably a two-man lift trying to get him out of the water. Right, well, that's a wrap for today. Let's get back to the dock, Dave.
Sounds great.
All right.
See y'all later.
Hey, welcome to the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by Evelina Mullins. So what does everybody want to know? They want to know that the interest rates are coming down. And of course, we have the lowest rates right now since October. It's been a great week for the fans of chaos, volatility, and low interest rates, as all three were delivered in spades. Despite the presence of several big-ticket economic reports, the catalyst was Wednesday afternoon's tariff announcement, followed by the international response on Thursday night. Even though the market is still somewhat volatile, people are still purchasing homes. As we say, marry the home, date the rate. Have a great week.
Well, that's a wrap for today. We hope you enjoyed our episode. It was a little chilly out there, but hey, we endured. Make sure you join us next week for our episode on navigating Smith Mountain Lake and boater safety.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions about Smith Mountain Lake that you'd like for us to do an episode on, leave your question in the comments.
Or you can email it to everythingsmithmountainlake@gmail.com. If we can use your question or recommendation on the air, we're going to send you a Smith Mountain Lake starter pack.
What's in that?
Well, of course, you got to have a SML sticker, which stands for Smith Mountain Lake, not small, medium, large, for your boat or your vehicle. We'll also send you some sunscreen, some koozies, a floating keychain, and possibly a beach towel.
The moment everyone's been waiting for, our pick of the week.
All right, I'm going to start off again with a water access home. This home is located at 101 Retreat Lane, and that's in Mariner's Landing. One thing that stands out about this home is that its architectural design is like no other home in Mariner's Landing. It's also directly across the street from the gym, swimming pool areas, the pickleball courts. So it's basically walk right across the street to go to the gym. And it's at basically 625 for this home. You can see that unique architecture there. It really makes your home stand out.
That door's my favorite color.
Wood color?
Orange.
Okay. Our next home is a condo. It's located at 805 Gangplank, which is over in the waterfront. What's unique about it is 679, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, and it comes with a deeded boat slip. Most of these condos around here, it has a 1-year waiting list for a boat slip. This one comes with a deeded boat slip, and it's a short walk from the back of the condo down to the docks. And you can see it right here in the pictures. You can see the dock in the background, so you have nice waterfront views and short walking distance to the lake.
Yeah, really great views. All right, the next one here. This one is one of my favorite locations, actually. So this is 511 Autumn Drive, or Autumn Avenue, and this is going to be in Huddleston, so it is the Bedford County side. It is short-term rentable. This is located directly across the lake from Mariner's Landing. So when you're looking out here, this will be like your view of the dam. Mariner's Landing will be this way. Around the corner here, you got Mitchell's Point Marina. So you could sit here 4th of July night, watch the fireworks come up
absolutely.
over here. Yeah, that's a great, great view. This house, like I said, is short-term rentable, and it has 297 feet of water frontage. And like how cool that is. It's just very unique. Amazing location. The house itself is almost 3,000 square feet. Feels very cozy, lots of big windows. So if you see anything you like or have any more questions, feel free to reach out to us.
Yep.
Everything Smith Mountain Lake
@gmail.com, or give us a call or a text. Again, that's our picks for the week.